Hello and welcome to BonBonB's What Map for Cities Skylines. There are well over 20,000 maps on the workshop now, and so choosing the right one for your new city is a huge task. So every Wednesday and Saturday we'll review a few and hopefully find you the right one for your next build. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Today's first map is the Creation Islands by Striker, but before we talk about that, I just want to explain that today's episode is going to be a lot different from the last one. Last time I was working from a script and it was very staid, and it took me nearly 6 hours to edit, and this one is going to be freeform, so let's see how we go. Now, the resources on Creation Islands is very splattered, as you can probably tell. It's very difficult to plan ahead, I think, with that one. Other than forestry, now the main entrance is the only entrance is via the highways and the railway, and the main item of interest on all the islands is this volcano thing. Very interesting. Anyway, all the islands have got these nice sandy beaches, and it's quite an idyllic place to live. If you want to be working with forestry, of course. We'll skip across to a second island and we've got more of the same. Very flat, lots of building area and lots of room to expand, and basically, yeah, nice. We've got rocky outcrops and the essential lighthouse. We've got this rivery type area and lots of sandy bays going on. I think an airport and a nice holiday destination. This could be a nice idyllic resort. Lots of trees, lots and lots of trees. And then we'll head back. Now, if you're going to be doing all this trade, you're going to want maybe some shipping to get all the trees taken away. So what sort of transport links have we got there? Oh, funnily enough, we've got two routes. This one and this one. Plenty of options, one must say. So, all in all, quite a nice flat map with lots of interesting places. Like here, this is where I'd live. Right by this little freshwater source. So yeah, Creation Islands by Striker. What's next? The Isle of Mann by Eugen, Apollo, #Big Eagle. Now, the Isle of Mann is, of course, a crown dependency in the Irish Sea and within the British Isles. It's self-governing and quite a big... This is not to scale, this island. Not to scale, I must say. Resources. Lots of ore available, a little bit of splattered oil, farming, and of course a little bit of forestry as well. Very nice. Now let's skip around the outside of the island so you can see where you're likely to put your harbour and all your docks. This side, not good. But the north side of the island is pretty flat. I believe this is where you'd find Ramsey, about there. And then down this side, yep, more rugged rockery. Until you get down to where Douglas would be found, about here I believe, yep. And then around to the south end of the island looking back. Yes, we've got the essential lighthouse, and of course the essential lighthouse doesn't stop ships from crashing. This is the view from the south, moving inland, pretty nice. And a nice sandy area where Douglas is as we look inland again towards the hills. Speaking of hills, there are a lot of them. And it's going to be difficult to do a lot without making like nice rural, windy country roads possibly here. And we drop down into the valley, and here's a little bit of area. I think Peel is in this area in real life. Very, very attractive. Anyway, there's this very interesting river. Winds its way down to the coast, as most rivers do, of course. Once again, how you're going to build alongside this river, I don't know. That's for you to decide. I'm just here to guide. Oh, there's a catchphrase there. More interesting features like this Second World War settlement base. Defences, that's the word I'm looking for. Boom, boom. And then this is this north end of the island where you can probably be building one of your major towns and settlements. We've got a river running inland not inland, outwards from the land, from this, and it gets, oh, this mountain range, very steep, and hardly any development going to be going on here, unless you're incredibly skilled. But anyway, yes, we've got these mountain streams, very steep, and very dramatic. So, right, Isle of Man. Ooh, do you like it? I kind of do, you know. I kind of do. The question is, would you want to build a major city here? No, I think this is one for the creationists that like producing smaller towns. But where's the link? Well, this is roughly in the direction of Ireland. And the links are here. Now, once again, they've left us this rather bizarre unfinished highway thing here. But then you've got rail links going off the map in two directions, and highway links hidden in the fog to connect in from. So we've got highways and you've got railway to get in, and then maybe put a docks looking out. We are looking out from the mainland towards the Isle of Man. I like this. I might even use it. But we'll finish with Cape Town by Tuna. Now this is obviously in South Africa, and based on the real map of Cape Town. Once again, not to scale. We'll have a quick look at those resources, shall we? Because this one is probably the best, I think, for resources. Nicely laid out. Got mining, we've got forestry, we've got, I think, is that a splash of oil there? And of course a bit of fertile land, but the rest of it is just for city building. And this is a city building game, of course. Now, nicely laid out docks area, already chiselled into the ground. Unfortunately, the terraforming's not the best, so perhaps that could be tidied up when you take on this map. I think it probably could be. And then we've got the road. Now, the road, once again, not the best. Look, it's rising and falling with the terrain, and you probably want to tidy that up before starting your city. Now, if you follow the main route down and around, you end up at this rather interesting intersection, which is coping very well now, but I can see problems with that. If that gets too busy, there will be problems. So anyway, that's the intersection. What else have we got to have a look at? Oh yes, the routes out of the city. We've got one of that away, and then we've got the train route as well. This is your farming area. I wonder if there's some buffalo around here, I believe, as well, according to the blurb. And then up onto the top of Table Mountain, overlooking the Indian Ocean. Very pretty. Speaking of pretty, lots of lovely sandy beaches. So you can build a resort down here somewhere, I do believe. It's all very good so far. Can you find any more flaws? Yes. How about, can you find a crashed UFO? Is that a crashed UFO? That's a bizarre build under the ocean there. Once again, surprised that wasn't leveled out, flattened out, unless it really does exist. Perhaps you can tell me if you know about that. So anyway, that's Cape Town, and that gets BonBonB's seal of approval this week. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.